What is up, my MS
What's
Gym family,
happening?
our MS Gym family? I'm just used to saying it.
That's okay, because it was my wedding.
Oh yeah, it's always her wedding and her kids. Yeah, my daughter totally said that. Or yeah, at my wedding, and I'm like, was I there? I'm not sure. So anyway,
Yeah,
our little girl is going to kindergarten next year. So lots happening, you guys. Lots of growth, and kind of plays into the theme of where we're at today. Today is our 1 year anniversary, 1 year birthday for the MS Gym. So good job. Thanks. So a year ago today is literally when I push play, I push record for the first time. And in my little 200 square foot garage we were working out of, basically, started filming and started, putting up videos, started putting up exercises and wondering if anybody was going to pay attention, anybody was going to know who we are, anybody was going to follow us, or really if anybody cared. And, but at that point, like we had a decided heart, like we've talked about, and we were like, you know what, these guys need it. And one way or another, we are going to find MSers who need exercise. We're going to find MSers who need mindset training. We're going to find the broken and the lost and those walking with a lonely and sad and rejected and hurt heart, and let them know that it doesn't have to be like that. Let them know that life is okay, that there are solutions, that movement can be used as medicine and is literally one of the best medicines that you can use against MS. And the last year has been filled with triumph after triumph after triumph of proof of this.
Well, you guys, what's crazy is that a year ago...
Oops, sorry.
A year ago, let's just say yesterday, right? A year ago yesterday, Trevor was fearful. And I know that there's so many people that can relate to this. You're about to step out into something new. Maybe you just started with the MS Gym recently, and you're fearful. You're like, is this gonna work? I'm hearing all these success stories. Like I heard about this in other groups I was in, and I heard all the crazy things that are going, and I want that for myself. But there's that crisis of belief, right? And that's where Trevor was a year ago yesterday. Probably a year ago today still. And really just that, are people going to be able to take me serious? Because I know when I have somebody in front of me, the power that there is with having somebody in my table, in my presence, putting them through the exercises in person. But will that translate through a camera lens online?
Yeah.
And that was his fear. Like, are they going to find me credible having no knowledge of who I am? And there was a lot of fear. And finally, I mean, we went back and forth on, especially MS, when he decided he was going to focus on MS. And it was like, oh, this is a very serious condition, and I need to be taken serious. I need to have credibility. And, and so there was a lot of fear. He almost tried to talk himself out of it over and over again, but every single time he came back to, no, this is the community who needs me most. And so he committed. I'm just going to see what happens. Every day I'm going to start posting a video, an exercise video, and I'm going to commit to do that for at least the next, 30 or 60 days. And we'll see what happens, right? And that's what's so cool. And I know so many of you can relate to that, in your journey right now, where it's like, I'm a little fearful, but you know what? I'm going to commit. I'm going to commit, and I'm going to see where this takes me. And that is like, what is it? A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And for us, it started with a single video. May 15th was his very first instructional video in the MS Gym.
Yeah.
And here we are a year later.
That's right, Holly. We got this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here we are, like Misty said, a year later. And honestly, dude, like there is a crisis of belief. Like, you never know whether you open your doors to a brick and mortar business, whether you ask someone to marry you, like whether you ask someone out on a date, whether you are like, okay, we're having a kid, like you just don't know how it's going to turn out. And I don't care who you are and what your path is, but a basic element of being a human being is faith. And I'm not talking about religion or anything like that. It's just literally like a lot of people have this belief, they have this philosophy where it's, well, I'll believe it when I see it. And our belief and the way that Misty and I have always worked is, well, we don't see it, but we're going to believe it.
We could see it in our heads. We just physically was
Right.
not
We're going to
tangible.
believe it before we see it. And that goes for you guys. Like, that is super, that's what you guys go through. You know, I mean, who am I? Like, if you pop on here, a lot of you guys popped on, you're like, who is this guy? What does he know? What does he know? Like, who is he? What does he know? Like, is this guy for real? Like, he's online. Like, what are his intentions? Like, you know, stuff like that. And you had to trust me. You had to trust that I knew what was going on. You had to trust that the exercises were working. Many of you at the beginning, there was no victory stories. There was no membership. There was no members corner that were posting stuff up every single day. Like, I just saw Nicole post up that she has primary progressive, and she's been with the MS gym for a bit, not very long, and she just walked 4 steps unassisted.
Like, what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks, 3 weeks,
Something
something like whatever. Like 4 steps unassisted, and basically they said that would never happen. Pam Woods, you had me at neuroplasticity. Yes, for all you geeks out there, I'm a geek too. But, you know, but the thing is that we had to go through our own crisis of belief. And we didn't know that by pressing play that this was going to turn into 20 people, 40 people,
I remember the first 300.
100 people,
like,
500
moly.
people. Yeah. Like when it started to go to 300, 500, when we were at 1,000, it was like, what? And now we're at like 14,000, almost 200 people. And over the past year, like a lot has happened. Like this hasn't been sit back and watch it go. I mean, it's been 70, 80, 90 hours a week. I was working 2 jobs. Meaning that I had a full client roster, and then I was filming. We would get babysitters and farm our kids out. We would film on at night. We would film on weekends. We would do all this stuff because we didn't have anything to go off of. We just had to go. And the passion in our hearts is what drove us. And how I circle back to you guys is that there's a point when you have to just let go and believe. And you've got to know that based on all the other people around you saying how great the MS gym is, that you have to believe them. And that you have to believe your leaders. And that you have to
believe that you're able.
And that you have to believe that you're able and you're worthy and you're capable. Because all of you are. All of you are capable of healing. All of you. No matter what you said, what's been said to you, no matter what the experts say, and if they don't tell you that you're not capable, walk out. Walk out. Because every single one of us walking around on this planet right now are capable of healing, of having a great life, of having a great mindset, of building awesome relationships. And that's what's happening here in the MS gym.
Well, and I have to add that, especially for those of you who have joined us since August, really, since August and December. August when we launched our first program, and then December since launching the membership site. Anybody who's joined us since then, and you're hearing all these incredible victories that we'll speak of here and there, or you're seeing people post up things, I have to tell you that a good chunk of the victories happened before we launched a single program. It was just from the free exercises in the Facebook group. We were seeing incredible
Meaning, like,
things
that's
happening.
how powerful these exercises are.
Like, so powerful. We were seeing people who they were taking unassisted steps for the first time. They were taking showers and being able to close their eyes and wash their hair, and like doing things for the very first time. And that is just off of the free content that we are going to continue and never stop delivering to you guys on a daily basis. So there's so much power in the exercise, but there's so much power in you that you have that is untapped, right? That is untapped. And that is what we are here to do, is to just uncover the power that already resides in you and train your body how to move right again. So that you can get out and do these things.
Well, and Misty's right. And she says that as a point to be like the exercises are powerful and powerful on their own. But then when we started to see victories, we saw, we would see a pretty consistent flow of victories. But then once we launched that membership, and then we organized everything, and we progressively created 6-week programs that were comprehensive with releases and stretches and activation and strengthening and mindset training and recovery systems and all that kind of stuff. It exponentially exploded.
Absolutely, because now more people can follow it. And the problem we had before, and why we created the programs, and the membership site is because as you're following along to the free programs, people were getting great benefit. But the problem was they were like, okay, so now if I wanted to put this together on my own and start, like really focusing on, progressing and having a full circuit every day to follow, how do I put all these circuits together to best suit my needs, right? And that was where the problem lied, is that people really wanted something to come together for them, so that all they had to do was
press play
and follow along. And so the programs were really created because of the results that we were seeing and the demand that we were seeing and the things everybody was asking for in the free group. And so the membership site was literally a gift. It was a gift so that those of you who are like, I need something to follow every day so I can build upon the successes that I'm already seeing. And he's right. It's multiplied. The results, the victories have multiplied.
Yeah, and the thing is, like how things are set up now, like the free group and the free exercises, the daily exercises and the MS exercise guides, that's a great place to start. So for those of you that are waiting to start and trying to figure this out and still trying to figure out if I know what the heck I'm talking about, and if you really want to follow all this, the dancing trainer nerd, like you got to start somewhere. And then when you've hit a point where you're like, this is becoming kind of daily, I feel better. Like Tim just put up his knee kiss, went down to the free group. And then he's like, I feel better now. Now it's time to get to work. Boom. That's when you hit the membership piece. And that is where amazing things start to happen, because you're working out 5-6 days a week and you're taking programs that would normally take a week's worth in Facebook and you're doing them like in one day. And you're getting that much better and that much stronger and that much more energy and all that kind of stuff. And so it's just cool what's happening.
Well, it's just so cool. Like I remember when Jessica, and forgive me, your last name is really hard for me to say. Jessica
She's going to butcher it, man. Just say it. I want to do it.
And she's told me so many times how to say it, and I'm so sorry. But I just remember that time when her husband's like, hey, can I take your walker out to the garage? Because it was just taking up space, and how proud that moment was for her that she completely forgotten she hadn't been relying on her walker so much.
Or people like forget their canes and forget their walkers, or all of a sudden they're upstairs and they're like, how the heck did I get up here and how the heck am I going to get down? All right. Like stuff like that, and then we see people walking across parking lots, and we see people who are like, I just worked on this lady Joan today, and I told her she would be walking by spring if she followed the MS Gym membership program. She was an in-person client. I said, if you get in the membership and you hit that 4 to 5 days a week, you'll be walking by spring. And guess what? She's walking by spring. She walked a mile uphill with her dog. And I just found out today that this little woman who could barely walk last November and December went skiing. Like, what? Skiing. And she said the one of the coolest parts, because she's an engineer, and she's like, the hardest part for me with MS was that I was losing my cognitive function. I couldn't really read. I was worried about I couldn't get a job. Like I was having a hard time. And the cognitive benefits that I found by doing this membership program 5 days a week, I feel like I'm back. And I noticed it today. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's way sharper and her sentences are better and she has more expression on her face and she's happier and all that.
Was that the last time you saw her?
That was the last time I saw her. Was December, right before Christmas. And now it's May 15th that she comes back and she's walking up a hill and skiing downhills. Holy guacamole. So the thing is, you guys, is that we just want to know, like, there is a belief part. There is a moment in your life that you have to stand on the edge of a cliff and take that leap of faith. And literally, like, if we tell you you're going to make it to the bottom and not be broken into 1,000 pieces, you're going to have to trust us. And many of you have. And many of you are still going to have to trust yourself that even on those bad days where you've been going well for a while, and then you have a backtrack, that you're not going to fall apart, that you're not getting worse, that it's not wearing off, that this is truly, truly here to stay, and so are you if you just keep going.
You guys are incredible. Yeah. I have to say, like, for the community to be 1 year from our start date at over 14,000 people. Yeah, holy guacamole. That's because of you. That's because of your effort. That's because you woke up.
Yes.
You found the MS Gym. You decided to put in the work. You started getting results, and you were so excited. You decided to share it, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the only reason why the MS Gym community has grown by leaps and bounds over the last year. That's the only reason why we have a membership site to serve your needs. Like, it's because of you guys. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for believing in yourself enough to participate.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And we could sit here and literally like speak a book on all the victory stories and everything else that's going on. But like, we don't have to. Like, you guys are writing the story for us, and we're just here guiding it and just making sure you guys are good and taken care of, and things keep getting better and better. And like, literally this first year was just finding you guys, finding a family, building a tribe, and getting enough people in here with results to say, yes, this is a viable community. Yes, these programs work. And yes, all of this is possible. And now on year 2 is when things really start getting fun. Because now that we have the family and we have the tribe,
we have our leadership team,
we have our moderator team. Like, we are set to go. The machine is built, the car is humming, the motor is ready, and it's time to go. And the thing is that, like, it's year 2 is going to be when we just do a ton more. There's going to be a lot more education in the free groups. There's going to be more cool features coming to that. We're going to keep doing Motivation Monday and Misty Moments. In the membership, we got some special guests coming in. There's going to be some different deeper level master classes because you guys have studied and you're starting to know your bodies better. I mean, there's just crazy stuff coming up. And I now am literally going full time. Like, that's just what we're doing. Like, I've got an amazing training cohort in Holly. She's rocking house. The people love her. She's going to be helping us out on, doing some virtual training stuff, helping me in our facility, like building some small group classes, all kinds of stuff.
Hey, Tracy, glad to have you on live.
What's up, Tracy? Now I have a technician to trust. I have moderators to trust. I have a business partner in Ken to trust. And I trust my wife. Like, we are ready. And we have a family and a tribe of people who are ready. Athletes that are ready. We trust. That's what we do. So we love you guys, and we're so glad that you have found a home here. We're so glad that find voices that say you are accepted, you are welcomed, you are understood, you are loved, you are equipped, you are strong, you are capable, and you are worthy. Instead of all the voices out there in the MS world saying, you're not good enough, you're not going to heal, I'm done with you, this is as far as we can go, and there really is no hope. So prepare yourself, because your life's going to keep disintegrating.
Well, you guys, think about this. All right, so if we had the incredible results that we had before we launched a single program, which were awesome and numerous, and then that was magnified and multiplied once we added the membership site, and now that we've got a full year under our belt, how much more, I guess, magnified will it be in year 2? How many more people are going to be taking unassisted steps?
Yeah.
Are going to be walking the beach with their spouse?
Yep.
Are going to be living out these things that they thought were
gone,
a pastime. How many more people are going to experience that in this next year? And now that we have a full year ahead of us with all these tools and everything else that we plan to add to it, like, how many more people, maybe it's your turn,
It is your turn.
Maybe it's your turn to start living your dreams and living your life by design. And that is what excites me, is that if we can do what we did with the free site, and then we can multiply that having had the membership site, what are we going to do in year 2?
I'm calling year 2 the year of your why, because I want you guys to think about your why, like we talked about yesterday. I want you to figure out, like, what are going to be like 2 or 3 small victories that you want over year 2 in the MS gym, and then we're going to just go get them. And I'm going to give you the coaching that you need, the programs that you need, the community that you need, the education that you need, and the opportunities that you need to get to your why, to find your why, to fight for your family, to fight for your wife, fight for your kids, fight for your husband, fight for your friends, and fight for those passions that you thought were once gone. Like, let's go get them. And like I said yesterday, find out, what you are seeking, what you want to restore, and what you want to keep. And make a promise to yourself that in the next 365 days of the MS gym, that amazing change is going to happen. That you are going to be one of those victory stories that is written. It's already written. You just need to step into it and put your name on it. Believe it. So we love you guys. We're starting to get rained on here, and it's all good. But we love you so much. We could sit here for the next hour and a half and tell you how much we love you and name so many people that have just changed our life. But real honestly, like, all of you have changed our life because you're here. And all of you have changed our life because you said yes. And all of you have changed our life because you have created a family for us, and you literally have allowed our dreams to come true and our future to come true for us, for our
vision.
family, for you guys, and for everything that I've worked for my entire career. So we love you guys. We thank you guys. We're so grateful for you guys. And watch out and get ready and strap in, because this next 365 days is going to be awesome. All right, you guys, we love you. I love you. Yeah, there might be a tornado watch. I don't know. Who knows?
Clouds are pretty dark overhead.
It's pretty dark. It might be coming for us, but it doesn't matter. We're going to take it out. So I love you guys. Have an awesome day. And happy birthday to all of us. Let's sing happy birthday real quick. Ready? Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to
all of
us.
us.
Happy birthday,
dear
MS
MS
Gym
Gym.
family. Happy birthday to us.
you.
All right, we're out. Bye, guys. I
I
love
love
you.
you guys.